What's up YouTube, this is the Keyboard Warrior here, and today we are back with another Tekken 8 video. This time we're gonna talk about yet another tier list. Alright, so we have our first balance patch, patch 1.01.04. So it addresses quite a few issues. Dragunov received a nerf, Leo received nerfs. There was a little slight nerf to Reina, kind of a balanced patch, but still some characters are definitely stronger than the other. Before we start off with the tier list, there needs to be a few things that I have to talk about. Firstly, tier list is something that not everyone agrees on, right? So if I feel that a character is in S tier, that is completely my opinion. You might feel that character is a B or a C tier, but that is where you come to the comment section and you explain why that character needs to be lower or higher. I would just request everyone not to be toxic so that we can have a fair discussion in the comment section whether you agree to the list or not. Alright? Just don't be toxic, okay? The second point is that there are no bad characters in Tekken 8 at the moment. Every character has dirt on them some way or the other. There is no bad character. The roster is all juiced up, like they're all on steroids. Every character has something broken about them. So if I'm placing a character on the D tier, it does not necessarily mean he or she is absolutely horrible and you shouldn't use them. Okay? It just means that they might be lacking in some areas, and characters that are a tier above are just slightly better than that. As I said, there are no bad characters in this game at the moment. Every character is good. They have tools, proper tools that you can work with. Alright? So there's one more thing that I need to talk about, is the point where pro players, they have a completely different skill level. They could be using the worst character in the game and make them look like the best. Say for example, if a pro player is using, let's say Panda, is going up against a Dragunov in a tournament, and he comes out as the winner. Would that mean that Panda is better than Dragunov as a character? No. It just means that the player using that character is better. He is good. He is better at the game. He can understand the mechanics better than the other person. So if you are really skilled, it wouldn't matter to you if you're using a D tier or an S tier character. You would still end up winning games. That's what I'm trying to say. Skill is always better than tier list. Alright? With that being said, let's jump on to the tier list. Alright, so we are starting off with Jack. Now this is the first character that we pick and he's going straight up in the S tier. Why? Jack has insane mix-ups in this game. Insane frames. His setups are too good. His reach is awesome. His damage is like one of the highest in the game. If you ask me, like, you need to be technically strong to play Jack. But then if you take a look at this character as a whole package, he's got everything. Although there are some very unsafe moves which you want to stay away from, but the overall kit that this character possesses, it's out of the world. S tier, no doubt. Jin would probably go in the A tier. I know I placed Jin in the S tier in the tier list before this, but Jin is now very popular and people know about his flowcharts. Everyone knows what he's gonna do. He has some really nice lows, including a hell sweep, but to be honest, he's not that big of a deal now. He used to be when the game launched. People were going crazy about, what are you gonna do when he's in heat mode? But now people can easily deal with him. This is no longer a threat. But still, is he bad? No, he is definitely up there. S tier, probably high A. Okay. June. She's gonna be in the S tier again, right? Still, she's new. People are still learning the matchup. To be honest, her punishment is insane in this game. One of the best punishments in the game, and her basic tools are really strong. Her heat smash is perhaps the best one in the game. Super character, amazing mix-ups, S tier, no doubt. Kazuya would probably go in the A tier. The character requires a lot of skill to play, and also comes with a lot of risks. But they did add a few moves that really helps him keep the pressure going. Can now be considered a safe character compared to what he was in Tekken 7. But overall, if you ask me, he is super strong. His 50-50 is crazy. If you come up against a good Kazuya player who knows how to use the 50-50, there's nothing much you can do about it. So A tier. King, alright. Alright. Hear me out, okay? King is ruining everyone's Tekken experience at the moment. Probably because they have buffed throws in general. And this guy, being a grappler or freestyle wrestling type of character, benefited like crazy. He has throws that would literally end your round if you don't know how to break them, of course. But I've seen players like Arslan, I've seen players like Knee getting thrown all over the place in this game. It's because the frame window to react and break a throw is very less compared to what it was in Tekken 7. So many times I've been caught in an animation and there was no time left for me to go ahead and break the throw. Also, if you're using a power crush, it becomes unblockable, or rather unbreakable. So, with keeping all this in mind, King is probably going to be A tier because of his throw game. His mix-ups this dude has throw mix-ups. So if you're thinking about ducking this dude, he has throws that would, mid throws. He has throws that would catch you when you're ducking. So, no way. King is really strong in this game. Okay? King is super strong in this game. Okay? A tier. Lars. Lars would probably go. Let me see here. Lars would probably be in the B tier. Yeah. When the game launched, it was really difficult to understand his new moves and the way he transitioned into them. But now people have figured it out, and it's no longer a threat. He has insane range, and perhaps the best panic tool in the game is up forward 3, I guess. But overall, if you ask me, he's lacking in some areas, and he is very vulnerable when he's going into stance mode, so he can be punished. So B tier. Alright, next we have Law. Now, I would place Law in the A tier, and the reason behind this is people now can do DSS like it's nothing. In Tekken 7, it used to be so difficult, but now they have simplified it so much that people use it like they're drinking milk. And because of so many options that you get when you use DSS, this character has become insanely good. I've seen so many pro players switch to Law just because of how easily they can access his DSS at the moment. And if you can do that properly, this guy is a monster. Trust me. If you still ask me, he's a super strong character. I mean, I think he's probably stronger than Kazuya at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, A tier. No doubt. Next we have his buddy, Paul. And Paul is also a very strong character and would probably hit the A tier. Yeah, probably before Kazuya, yes. So Paul is a very, very solid character with insane damage. If you know his combo routes well, you can do like 100 damage every time. So strong. Great counter hits. Very safe character. Only a few strings which is unsafe. Other than that, he's safe on almost everything. Alright? Very safe character. You need to be very fundamentally strong to use this guy at the highest level. And if you can manage to master him, he's one of the best you can use. He has very, very good 50-50s and very strong tools to work with. Alright? And let's not forget the Death Fist. So, Nina. Nina is stronger than her Tekken 7 version, so I would put her in the A tier. Very strong character, insane mix-ups. She has a throw game, she has mix-up games, she has almost everything. Very strong. She has the range. Good character, very solid character. I've seen Sonic Fox use this character a lot, but then he switched to Zafina, and now he's like, Zafina is top tier. I don't feel so, but still, Nina is strong. When he used Nina, I used to watch all his old matches and stuff. Nina is good. Nina is a good character. Xiaoyu should be in the S tier. Okay, now a lot of you might be thinking, why am I doing this? Hear me out. I recently watched Arslan and me's top 5, and I've watched their entire first to 10 match, and they were actually talking about this character. And I faced a few Xiaoyus online. Girl is literally insane. Even players like Arslan and me having trouble understanding what she's about to do. She's this good. And if you include all her heat stuff, she is easily top tier at Tekken 8 at the moment. Now I don't know how this tier list is gonna end up after a few months, but at the moment, after the first patch, she is S tier. Probably in the top 5 characters. But she's very strong. Insane mix-ups and counter tools, launchers. You just take your opponent for a ride, let's say. Like, he doesn't have a clue. And because of a low pick rate, people get knowledge checked every time. Right? S tier. Asuka. I always say Asuka is a little brain dead. But she's a decent character. But not that good. Like, as I said, there's no bad character in Tekken. She's also good, but definitely not as good as this people. Right? Like, slightly less compared to the ones in the tier above. But she is a very strong character. Okay? Everyone is strong in Tekken 8. There's no bad character. So if you actually say Lars is 20 in skill level, Asuka would probably be 19 or 19.5. The difference is like that in this Tekken. Leroy is also good, very good pokes, but I would put him in the B tier because now people are aware of what he's going to do. His flowcharts are very common. Most of the Leroy players that you come online do the exact same setup, so you probably know when to duck and when to punish him. His parry is very annoying, to be honest, but it's decent nonetheless. And overall, if you ask me, he has damage, he has the pokes, but because of his game plan being so, popular now, so everyone knows about his flowcharts. Almost everyone, not everyone. I would probably place him in the B tier. Next we have is Lili. Lili, you need to be fundamentally strong to play this character, and she has got some insane tools. Like her range is really good. So I've always seen Lili players stick to a certain range in the game. That's where your knowledge about spacing comes into play. If you're picking Lili, you need to be very aware about how spacing could really benefit you in the game. Her flips, her confusing 50-50s, very good. I personally love her hell sweep, even though it's like the slowest one. But the reason is, I often find myself and others ducking when I see the hell sweep, but then the animation is so slow that I almost get caught. So yeah, I know that's my bad, and that's knowledge check for people. But if you ask me overall, Lili is good enough. All right, not always compare characters with the characters on the tier above. Like, is Lili better than Jin in Tekken 8? I don't think so. Is Lili better than King? Is she better than Paul and Law? Is she better than Kazuya and Nina? No, I don't think so. So that's why she's in the high B and not in the A. Alright? Next up, we have Hwoarang. And for me, Hwoarang is a strong character. But once you hit a certain level, you would understand that this character is also extremely weak. If you talk about overall plus frames, Dragunov and Hwoarang are definitely up there. But there are also so many weaknesses to this character that literally can throw you off your game. You can, at lower levels, you can just mash your kicks and win with Hwoarang. Yeah, easy peasy. Down 3-4, down 3-4. Easy wins. But when you go to the higher levels, you understand how the players cope with this character. They'll not let you, do anything. They will sidestep you to death. Hwoarang is extremely weak to sidesteps. There are so many flaws in this character, especially his heat move. Like, his heat smash is the worst in the game. Like, if you're blocking his heat smash, it's a free rage art for your opponent, because he gets locked up in a stance. Like, they shouldn't have done that to this character. So no, Hwoarang is good, but definitely not A tier good. So B. Claudio, decent, yeah, very decent character. So Claudio would make the B tier. Again, if you compare it with these characters, I don't think Claudio is better than any of these characters, so that's why he's in B tier. His back one is super good, keep out too, very nice, and his overall moveset is really good. You can catch your opponent with the Superman punch now and then, and it does insane damage. Yeah, so very good character. But is he better than King, Jean, Law, Paul? No, I don't think so. Next, we have Azucena, and she would probably go in the B tier as well, probably before Claudia. Yeah. Now, Azucena is a character that, when she started off, like when the game launched, she was very confusing. People couldn't understand what to do next. But with time, you come to know about her weaknesses. And one of her weaknesses is sidestepping. So you could actually sidestep and punish her very easily. Azucena is good, but definitely not better than these characters at the moment. People have understood her flowchart. They know what an Azucena player is gonna do at the moment. So many, duckable highs, so many tools that we are aware of. Even though she has decent lows, but people still block them because people know it's coming off after a stance move. So yeah, decent character, but not better than the A tiers. Raven is also good, but a little unsafe. His back turn is probably suicidal, but if you can manage to play him well, he would probably be in the A tier for you. But if you talk about the overall character and his tools, he's tricky because people still don't know the matchup. He can knowledge check you very easily, but if you ask me, the overall kit for this dude is not as strong as these ones. So, C tier. As I said, there's no bad character. Is Raven bad? No. Are these characters slightly better? Yes. Alright. Dragunov, no doubt. The most broken character in the game, and there is no way I'm putting him anywhere else other than S tier. Too many plus frames, too many setups, very dirty tricks. He's got a full grab game, like throw mix-ups, 1 breaks, 2 breaks, 1+2 breaks, everything. You ask for it. This dude has everything. He has damage, he has a throw game, he has a poke game, he has some insane tools, to a point where he still needs to be nerfed. This guy still needs some nerfing. 1 nerf is not enough. He reminds me a lot of Leroy when he first came out in Tekken 7 and he was cracked. Dragunov reminds me of that. He's still cracked, and people need to understand this. If you're playing Dragunov, no one's gonna rematch you. That's how it is. People understood that this character is broken and they're trying to stay away as much as possible. So Panda, go ahead, make your changes. This guy still needs some nerfing. Alright, Kuma. Kuma is actually good in this game. His heat moves are really good. He has electrics. Imagine doing the Doria with Kuma. Yes, Kuma players, I know you're very happy. And I'm gonna put Kuma in the B tier. Yeah. Yep. He is good. Kuma is good in this game. Yes. He goes in the B tier. Decent character. Again, compare. Is he better than these guys? I don't think so. Next we have Leo. Now, Leo is an overall very solid character, but he lacks in punishment. And this is something that is bringing the character down. His staple punishment 1-4 transitions into a stance now, and you cannot avoid it at any cost. So if you're getting blocked, or if you don't end up punishing your opponent with 1-4, you are probably gonna get launched for a full combo. Unless you're doing 1-4 and then 3. In that way you can just save yourself from getting hit really bad with a combo. Leo would probably go in the B tier. Overall, Leo is so strong that if you're getting launched by this dude, he is taking you for 100 damage every time. That's how strong this guy is. Very strong, but he lacks his basic tool, his basic punishment tool. So I would put him in B tier. That's the only reason. If his 1-4 was good enough and it didn't transition into a stance, he would probably hit the S tier. I'm not kidding. But his 1-4 going into stance is what is bringing this character down. And at high levels, you cannot afford to not punish your opponent. Like every chance you get, you need to punish. And his 10 frame punish ends up in a stance. I don't know what they were thinking, but they literally ruined the entire character with this move. I personally don't like it. But if you connect his 1-4, it's a plus for you. You have options from his stance moves. But then, what if you don't connect? You're getting launched, right? So it's a pretty risky situation here. And that shouldn't be the case with a 10 frame punishment tool. You get what I'm saying? So, B tier. Shaheen? Alright. Shaheen would probably be in the B tier. The only reason, this character is boring. No one picks this character. And even if you pick this character, he lacks certain tools that could really put him up there. Again, is he bad? I don't think so. He's not bad. But at the end of the day, he's just not as good as this character. Just slightly not as good as this character. There will be a lot of Shaheen mains who would be offended with me. putting him in the D tier when they feel that he's absolutely godlike or something like that. But this is my opinion, right? This is how I feel about this character, and this is what many other people feel about this character, not just me. So if you talk about the overall tools, Shaheen is not as good as the other guys I've put in the tiers above. The next one on the list would be Steve. Again, very hard character to master, really hard to play, but when you can, play him well enough, he's super good. A tier, no doubt. One of the best. He has one of the best countering tools in the game, and if you ask me, his poking is super good, his evasion super good, very strong character. Yeah, probably will be better than Law, I guess. Yeah. Yoshi, A tier. Yoshi is finally good in Tekken 8. Like in Tekken 7, he had a very low pick rate, and also his win percentage overall was very low compared to other characters. But in Tekken 8, things are different. He is a better version of himself, and he can really knowledge check even the best of players. Why? Because of his insane move list. He has so many setups, so many flowcharts, so many tools that even the best of players, they get knowledge check. So Yoshi can do almost everything in this game. Evasion, punishment, his flash, everything. Very good character, solid character. A tier. Feng is gonna go for the A tier again. Yep. Feng was S tier back in Tekken 7, and we all knew how good he was at poking, how good he was. But in Tekken 8, we have had so much of Feng Wei that his flowcharts are absolutely, easy to predict. So when you find a Feng player online, you know what he's gonna do. And you can literally block his lows. You know exactly if he's doing this move, this is gonna follow up. He was too popular and people just read him like a book right now. So Panda is again, he's not as good as Kuma, although they have more or less the same moves, but their heat moves are very different. And if you talk about the overall package, I would say Panda comes in the D tier. Bears can knowledge check opponents, not at the highest level, but then they can knowledge check at the intermediate level as well. Their pick rate is extremely low, but does this necessarily mean they're absolutely horrible characters? No. I remember Rangshu winning a tournament with Panda. But he was still considered to be the worst character in Tekken 7, I guess. Maybe not the worst, but definitely bottom tier. So, if you're good enough at the game, you could still win, still reach the max rank with Panda. There's nothing to it. Skill beats tier list every time, okay? So, if a character is in the D tier, does not necessarily mean that you should avoid them. They are also good in the game, just not as good as the characters in the tier above. Alisa is a very common character for beginners, also a very common tournament character. And I would probably place her C tier. No, I would probably place her in the B tier. Yeah. Okay. She's better than Lars, yeah. When she takes out a chainsaw, she's got insane frames. So if you're trying to punish her when she's, going all chainsaw on you, you probably be going for a counter hit launcher. So you've got to respect her when she has the chainsaws out. Other than that, she has very good basic tools. Overall kit is very good. Good lows, mix-ups, everything good about the character. She's just not better than these guys. So Devil Gene is also a little cracked, and he was very good in Tekken 7. And imagine being better than that in Tekken 8. Devil Gene is going to be in the S tier, no doubt. Very, very strong character, insane 50-50. I don't see why anyone needs to put this guy in any of the tiers below. He's easily one of the S tier characters. So Lee has never been better. I would be placing Lee in the A tier. This character has some insane mix-ups. His frames are good, very technical character, difficult to play. If you ask me, his overall kit is really strong. Very strong character, especially in Tekken 8. If you're a good player, and if you can manage to master this guy, he's super strong. Right, next we have Zafina, arguably one of the worst characters in the game. Do I feel so? Not really. She's still tricky, has really nice countering tools, but is she better than these characters? No, I don't think so. So probably C tier. Alright, Victor! Finally. He goes right out there. Now, I know there are some people out there who have the tendency of downplaying their mains, so this could be it with Victor, you know? But there could be a lot of Victor mains at the moment who'll be like, no, Victor's very unsafe, you can't put him in the A tier. No way, dude. Yeah, even if he's unsafe, he's still A tier. This dude can end matches in 3 to 4 hits. This dude has the highest chip damage in the game. And his mix-up is insane. You have no clue how many high-ranked players are using Victor at the moment. There could be an argument that they're there because they're using Victor. At the same time, someone like Arslan is using Victor. There must be something in this character, right? And it's not just him. I'm not putting him because Arslan is using him. No, I'm putting him because he's generally good in the game. He has the highest range, the highest chip damage, and the most annoying setups in the game. The most annoying hell sweep that connects from like a mile away. So no way I'm putting Victor anywhere below the A tier. It's probably high A. If he was safe enough, I would probably be putting him in the S tier. But no, he's A tier, and no matter how much you downplay him, he's annoying. Super annoying. Now we have Bryan. This is a character, if you use him to his full potential, he would probably reward you well enough. I would put him in the A tier, yeah. Like, he's probably one of the hardest characters in the game. Execution required, definitely yes. And if you can master his taunt moves, then there could be insane amount of stuff that you can do with this character. Super character. Very strong, solid character. But I think he still lacks somewhere because of his execution. Like, if you talk about King, like, don't get mad at me, okay, for saying this, but I think King is cheap in Tekken 8. It's not because I have decent throw breaks. Throws are buffed in general. You have very little frames to react to whether a throw is, you know, a 2 break or a 1+2 break, and I understand why they're doing this. Back in Tekken 7, you would hardly see pro players getting thrown, but now things are different. So grapplers will actually exist in this game, unlike in Tekken 7, and this is what they're heading towards. That's why King is so good in this game. And lastly, we have Reina, and of course she's gonna go in the S tier because she has almost no weaknesses. Yes, unsafe moves, yeah. She is a little difficult to use. If you can manage to master her, This is a character without weaknesses. For you. Only for people who can master her. Very, very strong character. Almost everything in the book. Throw game, electrics, mid-electric. Her electric 3. Yeah? Very, very strong character. Stances, parries. You asked for it. Is she broken like Dragunov? No. Is she super overpowered? Yes, I think so. Alright, so time for some adjustments. Let's see here. Let's see. Dragunov, no. Bryan. No. I think this is fine. Yeah. Probably, yeah. There you go. So. Yes. This looks fine. Yeah. So this would be the final draft. Yeah. Alright, so feel free to comment and let me know what you feel about this tier list. If you agree with it, let me know in the comment section. If you're not agreeing with it, please comment and let me know where I'm going wrong. I'm also human. Sometimes, I can make mistakes as well. And again, this is my opinion. This is what I feel about these characters. If you feel that this tier list is not good, just let me know in the comment section. Just don't be toxic, alright? We can have a fair discussion about it, right? You can be respectful about it. You can be respectful about what you say in the comment section. Just don't be toxic, alright? So, that'll be it for today. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do that. I'm thinking about doing this for a living, so please help me grow this channel bigger. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.